Finally, I guess every kid has wanted a model train for Christmas or their birthday. Most have to wait a long time, though, to have one like you'll see at the mall over in Crossville. Teresa Bush takes us to this free indoor attraction where kids are almost as delighted with these train layouts as their owners are.
Now boarding San Francisco, train number 99, the Daylight.
If you've ever considered learning more about model and toy trains, then you must take a trip to Crossville. Inside the outlet mall, there's a 4,000 square foot room filled with them. Every display was designed and built by members of the Crossville Model Railroad Club. Big boys with their little toys, yes indeed, but there are a few women members like Ann Grogitsky.
Our mission is to let the public know what model railroading is all about. It's not as hard as they think, because if they make a mistake on scenery or something, they can redo it.
This club began back in 2002 with just 11 members, and it's grown now to more than 65. Of course, there are a lot of other clubs around, but very, very few like this one.
It's set up so that you can see 5 different scales, and we have Z scale, N scale, HO, O, and G scale.
For those of you who don't know what Z, N, HO, O, and G mean, well, that's train talk. Each letter represents a particular size model or scale, as it's called. Z is the smallest, and those pieces are smaller than matchbox cars. And they go all the way up to G, which are bigger than a standard shoebox and sturdy enough for the outdoors. And all of the other letters, well, they're just somewhere in between.
Last year we had 35,000 people come through.
That's unbelievable.
We have people from, I think, all but about 5 states in the United States.
Visitors have not been disappointed. The displays are elaborate and they take months and months to construct. Some of the pieces are prefabricated while others are made from scratch. And they are very, very realistic. From the big top at the circus to the army post, from the barnyard to the city streets. These trains depict most things that you'll see in daily life.
You have to know how to electrically hook up your track. Then, because scenery is expensive, you kind of learn how to make your own trees and your own grass, and just putting on the ballast and gluing the ballast in is a little tricky. You don't want it on the tracks and things like that. So you do have to know a lot of things, but if you don't know, there's always somebody here in the club that can show you how.
Like Wayne Loki, you'll always find him at the toy train table. More often than not, he'll be the one you'll see at the controls, making sure the toy trains keep rolling for the visitors.
When I'm back here, I got a smile a mile wide because the kids are usually here playing with me, and it's fun to play with the kids. Whenever they see a train go through a switch or train change from one track to another, they really like that. And most of the time, you can't get the kids to leave here. They'll start crying when their parents want them to leave. You have to drag them out.
For obvious reasons, the club members ask that you not touch the displays, but there's still a way that you can be interactive. On most every one, there are a list of things that you can look for on the display, you know, sort of like the Where's Waldo books. On this particular display, you can look for Jeff Gordon's car, where the person is bungee jumping, and even find out what's on at the drive-in.
In addition to showing off their model trains, the club members are like walking encyclopedias when it comes to the fascinating world of model railroading. They're always eager and happy to answer questions for anybody.
We have had the public come in and ask us, you know, well, how do you do this? How do you do that? And our members will take the time to show them either in a magazine, you know, or we'll give them a magazine and we'll tell them, well, you can do it this way or you can do it this way. It's just up to you on what you want.
With all their years of experience, they've made just about every mistake you can think of and yet found a way to make it work. All of this without breaking the bank, because this hobby can be very expensive. But for these members, this is not about who can spend the most money or whose display gets the most compliments. Model railroading is about having fun. Just ask Wayne and Ann.
Makes me feel like a kid. I like to come here and play with the trains.
The joy that you see in the children's faces makes it all worthwhile.
And it's also about creating fun for anybody and everybody who enjoys looking at model and toy trains. Some of the finest examples are on display at the Crossville Outlet Mall.